Und damit schönen guten Abend zusammen. Hallo Kaya, hallo Marcel, schönen guten Abend. Good evening everyone. It's time for GRL, Ground Effect Racing League. Es ist wieder Montag 21 Uhr, das heißt GRL. Wir freuen uns auf ein hoffentlich spannendes Rennen. Hier in Abu Dhabi. Eine der Strecken, von denen ich am wenigsten halte. Im ganzen Formel 1 Kalender. Hey Mako Keliko, good evening. I see we already have a fan here for El Coglico. Let's see what he can do today in his Aston Martin. It's actually first time Division 5 for me, so a lot of new names for me, but 2 or 3 names I do remember from Division 6, like MJ and of course Beetle. And I think I know Echo, but I'm not quite sure. I genuinely do not know anything about Division 5, who's the fast here and who's one of the slower cars, but we will see in a few minutes' time. We are seeing slowest Duck 72 joining the lobby, taking his seat, and I think we have another one joining later, but I don't know who. Now Darko Raid is gonna be the first one starting his flying lap. Let's see how he manages that. Turn 2, very good. Turn 3, full throttle. Turn 4, not really a turn, but here we have turn 5. Looks quite good. Now we have a long straight ahead, and in front is Beetle, who is gonna give a bit of slipstream, but not that much. Now the chicane 6, 7 looked really good. Turn 8, full throttle of course. And we have Son Pikachu joining, so now we have a full grid. Darko Wade now through the last few corners, trying to set the fastest lap, but that looked a bit snappy. Staying within the white lines, looking good, and the fastest lap for now is gonna be a 1:23.9. Who is the second guy? Uktus is the second guy to set a lap and is immediately 6/10 faster. Then we have a Haas of Brilliant. No, not his cars, but here, Bob. Bob set a personal best of 23.4, then Wowen Belch 1:24.1, Mercedes starting his lap, Alpine of Echo P4 1:23.9, Aston Martin Coquelicot only P6 at the moment, slower than wow. The McLaren of Ship just starting his lap, and I think we have a spin? No. Why is it yellow here? Oh, Beetle is driving slow. Why is Beetle driving slowly? Oh, he's trying to charge his ERS, isn't he? I think he fucked his lap up. But now we have... Ooh, sorry. I think Simon is the next one to set a fast lap. Everyone else already has a lap set or is on an out lap. Beetle Clamp drives into the pits. Sorry, Kaya, ich wollte nicht gehen. And Simon sets a new fastest lap of 23.0. Brownest Buns just started his lap. Ship is aborting his lap. And only restored Panda now on the flyer, but he's invalid, so he is aborting as well. So now Brownest Buns the only one on a fast lap. Let's see what he can do. Mankaya. So, ich muss einmal kurz in Discord gucken. Weil ich wurde mehrfach getaggt. Okay. Sorry, Brown has just set a lap of 24.0, is the fastest guy with a 1:24 time, but still only P7 at the moment. Godzilla! The name I remember from last season, I guess. I think. From Division 4. On a flyer as well as Ak. Irons is the next one over the line to set a lap. Let's see where he can get. He puts his Williams in the third row, P5 for him with a 23.5, and we just saw Spears joining P7 with a 23.944. Alles klar, Kaya. Slow as duck. 23.544, 2,000 slower than Aronza. P6 for him at the moment. Next we have Godzilla over the line, 42.2, well for him. Next we have Flasher over the line, nope, he is invalid. We have Pikachu, Ship and Beetle. Pikachu and Ship are basically at the same spot on the track. And Beetle Clamp is the next one to set a fast lap, if I'm not mistaken. Ich bin so müde, Alter. Ich muss mehr schlafen. Clamp using the track limits disadvantage. Keeping it together through this turn, and now the last two corners for him. And at the end it's gonna be a 1:23.441, and it's P3 at the moment. Now, next over the line we have Pikachu, who's invalid, and Ship. Ship is still valid. Let's see what he can do. is gonna do a new personal and no, general new best lap time of the session, 122.8. So then we have the two Red Bulls of Donde and Flasher. Flasher joining the pits and Donde P9 with a 23.6. Ray and Core trying to improve here. Let's see if he can. Bob is in front of him and he jumps up from 6th to 3rd with a 23.2. And Bray and Core invalidated his lap in the last few corners. No, keine Verbesserung von ihm. No improvement from him. Next we have Darko. He also aborts his lap. Panda, not fast. Dante, not fast. MJ is getting faster. Has a personal best in Sector 1. Let's see if he can improve in Sector 2 and 3 as well. Panda disqualified from the pit lane. Wait. From disqualified from the session for blocking the pit lane entry. What the fuck? What the fuck happened here? Okay, no improvement for MJ, he's invalid. Bob is invalid as well. Then we have Echo. But before we had the two Aston Martins. Coquelicot joins, improves to P11, MJ to P7. No, MJ didn't improve, he aborted. But still. Echo now P3 with a 23.1. Now, next up we have, I think, the Williams of WoW. But I'm not sure. And I just saw he has the medium tires on. I don't know why. Best laps were set on the soft tires. WoW now tries the medium. God knows why. But you do you. Let's see if WoW can improve. I think he can, but not that way. He's invalid. What can Flasher do? What about Slow as Duck? Is also slightly improving. Let's see if he can improve his third sector and improve his time in general. He only needs 2 thousandths to get one position. And we have a 123.3, 2/10 faster than his previous best time. So Flasher over the line 24.7, still last of the pack. Pikachu in the pits, Panda, DSQ. So Simon aborting his lap, Ship trying to improve his best time, trying to set the benchmark even higher. Ship already invalid, he can stop pushing now. What about Ironza? He's invalid as well. Slower stuck. I don't know if he's trying to improve. I don't think he is. No, he is not. So there is actually really nothing happening except for Flasher, who tries again and wants to get another fast lap in and to not start at the back. So now don't get a track limit and you got it 24.4. Personal best time. A little improvement, but still not good enough for gaining a position. Bob is now trying to improve his best time, but he has a very low ERS. Galaxy Irons are retired from the session. What did he do? Did he just... He just retired? Out of the blue? Why? I mean, you do you, but why? Slower stuck retiring in the pit lane. So no improvement from him. What about Echo? Echo is on a fast lap, Bob is on a fast lap. Here we have a lot of outlaps. Who is the first on track trying to improve? I think it's Wow, but he's invalid. So, invalid outlap, Coquelicot, Donde, MJ, Beetle. I think Echo is the first one, but Echo bottles it out of the last corner, no improvement from him. What is Bob doing now? Bob has no fuel left. Bob is out of fuel, he can not improve his time. So now coming up behind him is the Mercedes of Godzilla. And he is on a flyer. He wants to get into the top 10, but I don't think he can make it. But you can prove me wrong. And he's invalid. This is so cruel. 7/10 faster. He would have been 7/10 faster. So, ship over the line, no improvement. We have Pikachu jumping up to P13. We have Beetle Clamp jumping up to P3. Simon jumping up to P2. Close to the time of ship, but not close enough for pole. Octus, no improvement, joining the pit lane. MJ P4. Beetle Clamp P5. And now everybody is over the line. We have Echo in 6th, Irons in 7th, then Bob, Spears, Slow, Coquelicot in 11th, Brownest Buns in 12th, then Pikachu, Donde, Brilliant Core, Darko Wade, Wow, Godzilla, Flasher, and Panda got DSQ'd and did not set a time. close at the front, then 2/10 from very close around P3. And remember guys, MJ was Division 6 only last week, got moved up, and he's already very competitive. I'm a one lap wonder in quali. Ship! Oh my god, man. I don't got quali pace. No quali pace and still on pole. Man, man, man. I don't know if I wanna believe you. Let me guess, the weather in the race is gonna be dry? Bro, I did one lap, that was it. Damn, man. I thought you did 2 laps, no? I thought you did 2 laps. Thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Also to Bob and Coglico and Beetle and Ironza. Thanks for the follows, man. Appreciate it. The 5 is the place, bro. You gotta stay with us. Ah, man, I don't know. I don't know, man. Div 6 is kinda crazy, though. But you can prove me wrong today. Yeah. I will try to catch everything, but I definitely cannot. Fanta wants a hi. Hey, Fanta! Man. Magma Drills. Thanks for the follow. So we go at 26, says Trader. So yeah, we should be in the grid any moment now. There we go. And the lights go on, and when the lights go out, it is lights out, and away we go! Ship with a lot of wheel spin, but still managing to keep the lead. Oh, and they crash into turn 1. Simon with a little slide. I want helicopter, but I don't get it. Wow and Belch with a poor start. Restored Panda only 19th. Started from last though. And here we see a lot of cars. And a few bumps, but nothing too critical. Let's see what happens at the front of the pack. Ooh, a few bumps here and there. But all in all, not that much crazy stuff happening at the moment. And we have a few cars going wide. Possible race strategy. One stop from medium to hard in between lap 13 and 16. Or medium hard. But I don't think we will see that one today. So, at the front of the pack, no movement at all. Ship maintaining the lead in front of Simon. MJ moved up to third sometime. Then we have behind Octus, Beetle Clamp and Ironza. Then Slow, then Echo, then Bob, and then Brown is Buns. And again, we see the possible race strategies. 2-stop strategy, medium hard, between lap 9 to 16 and 18 to 25, if I'm not completely mistaken. And we have a move from Most Restored Panda against Flasher, who takes the place, and Darko going slow, I think, and Panda crashing into him. Let's hope he does not have damage. Though he does have damage, he loses his right end plate, and Ship with a mistake down to P3 at the moment. Currently he was P4 momentarily, but he fought back to P3, and Simon now in the lead in front of MJ. Let's see how that one turns out when we get to the straight. What is happening here, guys? Guys, what is this? What is this? Alright. Now, back to the front of the pack. Still, the field very close together. The only bigger margin is between 8th and 9th, between Echo and Bob. And so Bob will not have DRS. And Beetle goes through on Ironza. And we have a spin from Ironza, who loses now a lot of time and a few positions as well. Very bad for him. So now we have Simon, MJ, Ship, Octus and Beetle in the top 5. Followed by Slow and Echo, and then we have a bigger gap to Bob and Ironza, who just spun out of the top group. MJ now looking for the attack, I think. So we look at the position changes. We have four positions gained from Slow and Panda, and 5 positions lost from Spears. This must hurt a lot. So no pit stops so far, and we have hard tires on Brian Core, Darko Wade and Donday, and medium tires on every other car. And so far no penalties. Darko Wade spun out, and I think he fucked his hard tires. I think he will have to do the 2-stop strategy now, but we will see about that. And Kokliko losing the place to Bob. What is happening here at the front? A lot of moves happening right now. And finally we have a helicopter view. 7 cars fighting for the lead. I love it. Now under the hotel. And penultimate corner, last corner. And full throttle again. Oh man! I sure do love the helicopter view. And Octus looking for the move. And momentarily gains the position, but now Simon has the inside line. But Octus has the better exit and takes the position. Now both of them have DRS, so Octus maintains the place. Now MJ losing the position again to Ship, and Ship is back into the lead. But the question is for how long, because now MJ has the DRS and the chance to get the lead back. But can he though? I don't think he can. I don't think he wants to lead. And we are back in the helicopter view. Let's see how this one turns out this time around. We are seeing the gaps are opening up a bit. The cars are not as close together as they were the lap before, but still very close together. So far no further movement, but the gap to the cars behind opened up by 2 seconds. They are now 3.5 seconds behind and led by Brownus Buns in the Ferrari. Okay, now back to the front. Can we get a helicopter view? I don't think we can. We are looking. Now Ship still in the lead. MJ slotting in behind, as well as everybody else behind. And Brownus Buns already 4.2 seconds, 4 seconds behind. The top 7 drivers are opening up the gap to the cars behind by a second per lap or more. Here we have again the helicopter view. And we see the last 3 cars of this pack are losing a bit. They have a hard time following the top drivers here. So we have MJ in the lead in front of Ship and Octus. Wait, did MJ take the lead on the second straight? I really didn't see that. So now we have oh no, Simon! Simon spinning out of the second or third corner and getting waved through by a flasher. This has to hurt. This has to hurt. He started second and is now down to 18th because he spun out. So now back to the front of the pack. Ship looking for the move on MJ and doing so in the hairpin of turn 9. But MJ can defend himself. And the top 3 drivers are now driving without pressure from further behind because Slow has 1.8 seconds to the car in front, which is Octus. And then we have Echo and Beetle Clamp behind Slow. So now we have battle for P1 and battle for P4. Let's see how this one turns out. Further down we obviously have a bigger pack from P7 down to probably the last place, but with a few bigger gaps inside of it, but I really don't see it that much. So now for the lead, Ship dive bombs MJ. MJ leaving him the space, letting him go through, but now he has the DRS again and can go for the move back, but he doesn't and stays behind in second. Muss eben einen Schluck trinken, Alter. And we have the first time penalty for WoW, which is 3 seconds for multiple warnings. And I think it's Darko Wade again who brings out the yellow flag in Sector 3. But I don't know. Simon, now the first car in the pits, followed by WoW. And while the first two cars are pitting, we have still a fight for the lead, which is no longer a 3-way fight, not a 7-way fight, it's a 5-way fight. Because Slow and Echo are joining the top 3 now, and leave Beetleclamp 4.8 seconds behind. Ship now letting MJ overtake and ceding his lead. So now MJ back in the lead, in front of Ship, Octus, Echo and Slow. Whew. Let's see how many penalties the people here can rack up and how they survive this race. Galaxy Irons are the next person to get a 3-second time penalty. Now also in the pit. Oh, they are getting the 3 seconds for the pit entry. They probably had 2 track limits already. Slowest Duck has left the session. The guy in 5th has left the session. What is happening? Shit, so the 5-way fight is now only a 4-way fight. I think I have to invite him back. But he already lost 3.2 seconds to the cars in front. Now MJ, the first of the leaders to pit, leaving Ship in the lead, followed by Octus and Echo. MJ coming out of the pits now. He is down to 14th, I think. 13th or 14th. I'm not so sure. It is gonna be P14 for him after the pit stop. So now, who's gonna go for the next move? MJ now getting through on Darko Wade, which is very important. For him to stay in the lead after the pit stops. Slowest Duck is back in the lobby. Let's see if he can take control of his car again. Which I don't think he has done so far. And I don't think it will happen anytime soon. But let's see how this one turns out. And the top 3 are now pitting jointly. So Son Pikachu is getting his first leading kilometers on this track today. Alternate pit goes Brownest Buns and Restored Panda. Slowest Duck is back in control of his car in second place, 1.5 seconds behind Pikachu. And behind that we have Donde, Spears, and Brian Corn Godzilla. MJ now in P7. More than 1.3 seconds clear of Flasher, who is now holding up Ship and Darko Wade, as well as Uctus. And Echo obviously directly behind it. Ship now getting past Flasher and on the hunt for MJ. Beetle Clamp with the next is the next person to get a 3-second time penalty. At this time not at the pit entry. So we have Ship on the hunt for MJ. Let's see which tires they chose. It's the hard one, so it's gonna be a one-stop strategy from them. Donde and Bray are gonna drive pretty long, I think, to have the maximum power from the medium tires, or even go for the soft. I don't really know. But Pikachu, Slow, and Spears are gonna pit, get rid of those medium tires, get onto the hard, and push through to the end. Wow, also now with a 3-second time penalty, I think we're gonna see a lot of them as the race goes on. And we have a retirement. Why did he retire? Why did he retire? Flasher now coming out of the pits, getting overtaken by Beetle. And Flasher getting 3-second time penalty out of the pits? Wow. So, and we have yellow in the first sector for the AI of WoW. Joins the track after the retirement. But I don't know why. This game is so stupid in some aspects. So we have Brownest Buns passing Slowest Duck. But Duck obviously doesn't want to cede the place. And we have Godzilla into the pit lane. MJ back into second place. Ship setting the new fastest lap of the race. And is obviously still on the hunt for MJ and P1. But he is 1.6 seconds behind and has to push. But MJ is also pushing to get away from him. So yeah, let's see how this one turns out. Donde still having to pit. So it's normally MJ in the lead in front of Ship. And then we have Uctus and Echo as well as Ironza as the top 5. We are only 3 cars still have to pit. It's Donde in first, Bray in 4th, and Darko Wade in 8th, who spun pretty early in the race. I do love this perspective. Do we see a move from Bob or Slow against Brownest Buns? I don't think we will. But it does look pretty tight. And now we have Slow going for the outside line, but still not getting past him. What happened to Echo? Echo spun round at the exit of turn 2, at the entry of turn 3, and loses many places, as well as the place to Bob, Slow, and Brownest Buns. This is very bitter. And MJ now passed Donde and Ship. And we have Simon, who also spun on the same place as Echo just like 20 seconds ago. So MJ back into the lead in front of Donde and Ship, who looks for the move around Donde, but still finding no way past him in Sector 3. So he has to go for it in Sector 1 or the DRS straights. But no, Donde moves to the left side of the track and leaving the right side wide open for Ship to get the move done and getting in front of him. Ship now 1.8 seconds behind MJ. I don't think that gap has closed that much. And we have Brownest Buns, who spun around at the exit of turn 1. I don't know if Echo or Bob played a part in this, but it definitely cost him a lot of places and a lot of time, as well as tires. The Haas of Bray is now in the pits, so there are not that many drivers still left to pit. Only Donde and Darko. And Darko spun round at the exit of turn 7. What is happening, man? I think you should pit. You sure should pit, Darko. Panda against Duck. With the better end for Panda at the moment. But he has to defend the whole way through to the DRS straights, which you can't really defend. Brownest Buns now losing the position to his teammate. This must hurt. So, let's see if Donde can keep Ironzar at bay, but no, he can apparently not. Darko Wade now in the pits, as well as Brownest Buns. Brownest Buns probably having to change his front wing. Yes, there we can see it. And Darko Wade already getting out again, taking his mandatory pit stop and also the pit exit wall, but he can avoid the ladder. And we have a retirement from the Mercedes of Simon. So we have 2 retirements so far in this race. Let's see how many it will be at the end. Spoiler alert, MJ is again under threat from Ship, because Ship rejoins the DRS window of MJ. Donde now doing his mandatory pit stop from 4th. Let's see where he will rejoin, but it will be very far behind. And we have yellow in sector 1. It's the Mercedes of Simon. Now MJ still under threat, Ship with the DRS, but Ship not going for the move. Now we go on to the second DRS straight. Ship opens up the rear wing again. Gets closer and closer and closer, but the corner does so as well, and he stays behind MJ for the moment. Let's switch to slowest duck and restored Panda as well as Echo. And Panda having to defend from Duck, but Duck goes through around the outside into turn 9. What a move. Ship is still chilling in the diffuser of MJ's Aston Martin. Let's see if he can do a move in the DRS straights now coming up. After this lap we only have 10 to go of the 29. So we are way past half distance. MJ leaving the space on the outside, but Ship leaving the space, but he has gone past MJ, fair and square as far as I'm concerned. What are Duck, Panda and Echo doing? Echo is doing nothing and Panda is passing Duck again for P6. Let's see what can happen there. And Beetle Clamp spinning out of turn 7. The Ferrari is not looking good today. It's not looking good for the Ferrari team here. So let's see what Ship and MJ are doing at the front of the pack. They have 2.8 seconds distance to P3 behind, which is Octus, and then 7.7 seconds to P4, which is Ironza. So they can have a little battle. They will not be penalized instantly with Octus, because he has quite a big gap. Brian Korn now with the next 3-second time penalty of the day. And I think also his second penalty? No, it is not. We only have 3-second time penalties for the moment today. So let's see what is happening here. And Echo is now all over the back of Panda, but he does not find a move past him. So Echo again falling a bit back and trying to go for the attack at the next possibility. Same is for Don, who is stuck behind Spears. But the opportunity will come. If it's not the first, it's the second DRS zone. Speaking of, we have Ship still in front. Beetle Clamp with another 3-second time penalty. This time it really is his second penalty, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. And we have Panda gaining 13 places as far as now. And Godzilla making up 9 places now with the move on ARL Bob for P9. So now we are looking back to the front. Ship under threat from MJ as every other lap. So let's see if there will be anything happening. So now we go into the first DRS zone. And we have another yellow. It's Ironza. Ironza spun around and lost his front wing at the exit of turn 3. This is it with a top 10 finish for him. We have a virtual safety car deployed. Not the full on-track safety car, which is quite good for Ironza. But yeah. So Ironza has to pit, has to get a new nose. And he will lose a lot of time even under the virtual safety car. I don't know when the virtual safety car will be ending. But let's hope very soon. And we have a drive-through penalty for Bob for speeding under virtual safety car, and the race is back underway and Ship is back under threat from MJ. And we have two guys in the pits, which is Ironza and Bob. Bob, I think, has now sitten off his penalty, I think. I don't know. Penalty, yes he did. He no longer has a drive-through penalty. And MJ has overtaken Ship, but Ship doesn't like it and goes for the inside line, but backs out of it. Just a smarter move. And backs out of it. Which leaves MJ in the position of the leader. And as we are joining the first DRS straight, we have MJ in front of Ship and Uktus looking at it from behind without the DRS. He is just within the 1 second window. And we have seen another 3-second time penalty, this time for Spears. Which is his first, but still not good. Spears, meanwhile, is in the diffusor of the Donde, and Echoes in the diffusor of Panda still, and Panda as well in the diffusor of Slow as Duck. But let's see if Ship can do anything about the lead of MJ. Doesn't look like it. And Ironza put on the soft tires and stole the fastest lap. But I don't think he gets the point. I don't know. Brownest Buns now with another 3-second time penalty. It's not like he's already second to last, but still. Panda and Echo battling it out, and Slower Stuck driving still in front of them. Now Uktus is joining the DRS of MJ and Ship. Let's see if those three can battle it out fair and square on track with for the win without any time penalties. One penalty can decide the winner or third place. Whoever of these three guys gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings will be third. And Echo now has a 3-second time penalty, which de-escalates the fight a bit for P5. But one of them... But Panda and Echo still have to battle it out on track to decide who gets 6th and who gets 7th. Biberfutter, Dankeschön für den Follow. Schön, dass du da bist. What is Donde doing? Donde is not doing anything. He cannot overtake Spears at the moment. Nicht wundern, Biberfutter, normalerweise streame ich auf Deutsch, aber die Liga ist auf Englisch, deswegen für die internationalen Freunde, du weißt. Restored Panda with another 3-second time penalty. Now Echo definitely is 6th if he can keep this pace. And Panda may lose position to Godzilla if Godzilla can pick up the pace a bit. Let's take a look at the penalties. 6 seconds for Panda, 3 for Echo, and Godzilla is 6.7 seconds behind Echo. So if the trio of Slow, Panda, and Echo lose a bit of time and Godzilla can pick up the pace a bit, yeah, this will be quite quite a small margin. So now we have a move in the front. Ship leading in front of Uktus and MJ. But it is still only lap 27 of 29. Let's see how the last 2 laps are gonna go. So, meanwhile, Flasher trying to get the move down on Ironza for P11. But Ironza has the fresh soft rubber. So I don't think we will see a move here that's gonna last. And just as I said it, we will not. But he does try. But it's not gonna stick. He just doesn't have the tire to do so. Now, first DRS straight, a Ship in front of Uktus and MJ. Let's see who goes for the move, if anyone goes for the move. But it doesn't look like it, and we have Darko Wade in a wall, and I think he has front wing damage again. Damn it. This is a race over for Darko. If he can do anything, it will be the fastest lap. But I don't think he will do it. Chester Bennington, sein Vater. Schönen guten Abend. Und wir haben ein Ferrari stehen. Brownest Buns spinning the car around at the last corner. At the final corner, he spins the car around and does a donut or two. Not good for the tires. Not good. Not good. Not good as well is the leading pack of Ship, Octus and MJ is coming up behind him. And they are getting faster and faster. El Colico already lapped by quite a bit. And now Brownest Buns under attack from the leaders of Ship, Octus and MJ. And speaking of Octus, he goes for the move and takes the lead into turn 6. But Ship is not that easily beaten and tries to get his place back in turn 7. And now I think he's gotten a DRS through turn 8. And now is back in the lead. And MJ joins them as well. And MJ now into the lead, I think. Yes. MJ into the lead in front of Ship and Octus. And it's lap 29 of 29. So, if the tabelle is correct, we are on the final lap. And MJ is our winner. But Ship and Octus are still fighting. And Octus loses the rear and the position. So MJ, our winner, in front of Ship and Octus. What a race. What a race. And Son Pikachu in 4th, 8.3 seconds behind the leaders. But still a good effort. Slowest Duck in P5 in front of Echo and Restored Panda. Godzilla joining, getting P7 because of the penalty of Panda. Behind that we have Donde, Spears, and Flasher still fighting it out with Ironzar, who finds another spin. Let's see how this one turns out at the end. Looked quite funny though. And Ironzar stays P12. In front of Bob, and then we have Beetle, Clamp, and Bray behind them in 14th and 15th. And then we have the lap cars of... Did Beetle really bottle it in the final corner and lost the place? Holy shit. Driver of the day, Restored Panda, starting from last position, finishing P7 or 8, I think. I think it's P8. But still, very good effort from him today. And yeah. Ich kann auch frech sein, Biene, das ist so. Guten Abend auch an Leon. So here we have the podium, Aston Martin, McLaren and the V-Carb, the three guys we saw most of the time, MJ, Chip, and Octus. Right. So, let's look at the race director. Here we have the used tires. Incidents. It's a lot. Multiple warnings, exceeding track limits, and quite a few collisions as well, actually. Speeding under VSC as well from Bob, but still. Fastest pit stop, 2.23, 2.216. 2.216. Fastest pit stop award goes to Chip and the McLaren team with the fastest pit stop. And with that, I say thanks for watching. And we will see each other next week, next Monday, 9 p.m. German Time. Oder für die deutschen Zuschauer natürlich auch am Freitag um 20 Uhr zur CFL oder halt am Montag zur GRL. Ja, bis dahin und ciao, ciao.